Okay, so hi, this is Debjani Aich. I'm from Coach and Company, the Bangalore office in India, and we're in beautiful Singapore at the Ius Laboris APAC conference. I have my colleague Gagan Verma with me, and we thought we would catch up.
Oh yes, it's been it's the weather is nice and we are enjoying this conference, and it was there have been so many of developments happening in India, and we thought that we should catch up with each other to discuss this and to share with everyone what all is going on. India is is making so much of reforms from the labor law perspective.
So what are we talking about, Gagan? What do we want to highlight? The fact that we have labor codes that have not happened yet.
Yeah, so I think it's not a soul-searching one, but I think we already have one. It's just that there are certain political, impediments which probably may get removed. We always hope
Do you want to
that
give us a
this
little
year.
bit of background as to where we are, what happened between 2019 and 2020? 40 labor code, 40 laws
Yes.
getting subsumed.
Yes,
And where are we right now?
Yes, so India already had so much of labor laws which was from the British era. There were some which were introduced by the government, but then with synchronization and globalization of economies, India had to come up with something which is refreshing, something which gels with and understood globally by multinationals. It was a very tedious task for multinationals, though good for lawyers, because to explain it to them. But I think the era of those legislation was so old that even generation of lawyers like us were unable to understand the effectiveness of these present laws in the present times. So it was a need to have those modified, and obviously to get codified as well, because lot has gone through judicial precedents also.
So I'm going to say what I'm doing, and I'm guessing, so because I'm in Bangalore, most of our clients have done a lot of gap analysis,
Yes.
primarily focused around the fact that we have one definition of wages now.
Yes.
How is that playing out in Delhi? Are you seeing gap analysis coming out? Ground reality? Are our clients getting upset because of the fact that they've done the exercise, they are continuing to do the exercise, but the government isn't doing anything about it? Does that make a difference?
So I think the clients we are dealing with, they are in fact this concept floated just in 2021, during COVID times, when many of the companies were introspecting, looking at their policies again, updating them from the COVID norms. Then this aspect also got highlighted, that since these reforms are coming up, so even the policies should get updated or relooked at and get ready if there are any changes. So from there it all triggered off, and this gap analysis impact was this exercise was undertaken. It was usually coming up from the European companies who were into India, and they in fact asked us to have some while we were looking at their policies, to see it from this perspective, that in case there are changes which are going to happen from the labor law codes, what all can be modified in their policies. And then it was also a learning process for us initially, and there we found that there could be huge impact on the compensation structure of the employees.
So I'm going to stop you for a moment there and interject, not ask. We did the analysis. A lot of our clients have done it, but we're still nowhere.
So it's not about being nowhere, because...
Okay, hang on. What do you genuinely feel? Let's see what you genuinely feel about the fact that we have a new definition, a sensible definition.
Yes.
We've done the compensation and assessment.
Yes.
Clients have worked towards getting that in place.
Yes.
But when somebody's going to go back and say that, hey Debjani or hey Gagan, what happened?
No,
What happened?
I tell you one thing, in fact, for some of our clients, it would take some time for them also to inculcate this new compensation structure, maybe globally or maybe for India specific. So it is not something that they have done it. Some companies have already implemented it because, and again, European companies, because they are more labor legislation friendly, and they would want to give more benefits, employee benefits to the to their employees. So they are open to it, and they have already adopted it because there's nothing, it's not going something out of the way. It's just that they are conscious about it, that this is what the new upcoming laws are. Like, for example, GDPR. This is a concept which has not come into India, but still most of the companies, even if they are not implemented, as their parent are doing it, the parent are imposing them to to adopt it. So it's not that it's like there is no look forward by the companies that they have done this exercise and now what. I think most of the companies, some conscious companies have done that. I must admit that. But yes, there is a long wait. People are anxious that whatever has been exercised, the government should not again change it. Because till the time it is not implemented, it is susceptible to change. So that could be one thing.
You still have not answered what you... But the good thing is that when I'm going to say what I do. When they write and say that what's happening, I said, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. It's annoying. It's frustrating.
This is.
But ground reality
this question always comes. In fact, we have been chased by our network member firms also. That can you please give us a write up on this? I do not want to scare them because we also don't know when it is going to be implemented.
Yeah.
But having said that, it's like preparedness. It's something, for example, I'll give you an example. We have, the concept in the new codes of fixed term contract. Now this existed.
Yeah.
In practice, it existed. Now we have more clarity that even now the Indian legislation is ready, to codify it, to accept it. So this is something, when you are, advising your client for someone, who's being into India for the first time and preparing their employee handbooks and all. So you have that free hand to, put it across in the employee handbook of these concepts, because we know that at the end of the day, even the government is thinking to recognize them. So I would see more towards that, this is the future.
Yes.
We are more confident in advising our clients about these concepts as we have something in writing from the government, even if it is in the...
It's nebulous and in the air as to when it's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
Gagan, you have to say it is nebulous and in the air. Well,
No,
at least our folks are ready.
Yeah, our folks
are ready.
Our folks are ready, and it is important also, and there is no harm in implementing it also, because I don't see any provision which is unreasonable, which is going to come in future. In fact, it is in sync with most of the European laws. We have been discussing earlier today also that most of the countries, they pick up the good things of other country provisions. So we have also done that, and multinational clients, they already know that, so they can now recognize it. That yes, more familiar law is there, will be there now in India for them.
Optimism and positivity from this coffee chat.
Yes, it has to be. It has to be.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Wonderful.